Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved here on the Pooping Evolved Eternal server. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic today. Dudes, thank you guys seriously so much for all the support. So make sure you hit that like button for me down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and do all that kind of cool stuff, man. So you guys have been killing it here recently, and thank you so much. You also informed me that these things can't be placed because I am wearing the builder's helmet. So you guys said, I think XB or somebody was having a problem with this also. So let's see. If we take this off. Oh, wrong thing. Check it out. Oh, we can place it. Oh, that is so cool. Because I was wondering about all this because there's so many cool things in here that I wanted to use, but I couldn't place anything. But that is awesome. Okay, so we got options. We've got options now. Let's see, there's one thing in here that I really wanted to try to use. Is it still in here? This is... I don't know where it went. It was the hanging ivy. Drax placed some over there on the windmill. I wanted to try to add some to our house somewhere, but we'll mess with that a little bit later on. So I want to do kind of like a little derpy build right now. It's not going to take very long, but let's see if I have everything. We need a door frame. We need some walls. Let's just grab like 8 of them just in case. We need a couple of these. Oh, I grabbed 2 of the same ones. Okay, and then we need a sloped roof, I think. Is that everything? I feel like that's everything. Oh, we also need a foundation too. Do I have any normal foundations? Like non-S+ ones? I don't see any. Oh, there they are. Okay, so we got that. We need a catwalk. And then we gotta come over here and we need to make a bucket. I don't know if you guys know where I'm going with this, but it's gonna be sweet. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so I think we're gonna build this kind of in between mine and Drax's house. Somewhere in this general vicinity. So let's go ahead and grab this. We'll grab the doors and we'll grab the walls. It should be kind of funny if we can get this set up right. We'll put it right here. We can always move this a little later on if we need to. Dang it, that's not where I want to do. Pick up. Do you in the front, and then we'll do the walls on the backs and sides. And then I guess we'll go up like this. Yeah, that's fine. We can do this. And then we'll grab these things. We need to do... I guess that way is fine. What the crap? Where did you place? Oh, no, that's the door frame. Where's my demo gun? Let's pull this guy out because this will make things a little bit easier. Okay, why did you place there? So we want to place there. And then we want one there. And then we'll grab our sloped roof. Oh, it's not a sloped one? I'm derping already, man. Alright, so let me grab this real quick and we'll be right back. Okay, there it is. We're also going to need a door on this thing, but let's grab our catwalk. Actually, hold on, let's grab the bucket first. And we will put this guy right about here. And we'll grab a catwalk. Let's see if we can get this guy to place correctly. We want it to be... Oh, it's going to be like super high up, isn't it? I wanted it to be like halfway. Oh, but it's not going to work. Dang it. Dang it. I was trying to do... an outhouse. But, oh, you know what? Hold on. We have benches. Let's grab a bench and see if that works. Is this an S+? I don't think S+ has a bench, unfortunately, because that would be perfect, but we don't have one. Oh, but it'll still place. Okay, like, oh, we gotta get this somewhat centered. There it is. So now, oh, that's so stupid. Okay, we'll grab a door and we'll grab a ramp and we'll make some stairs. I have no idea what we're gonna do today. I guess we'll probably end up doing some sort of building, but I haven't a clue as far as what we can do. I guess we can just build another house or something, but I just wanted to do this because I think it'd be fun. Do I have any more ramps? Come on. I know I have some ramps somewhere, but I guess we'll just go ahead and make another one. Like so. And then give me, are you all the way at the bottom? I went and did a bunch of resource collection. Yeah, see, I knew I had ramps. I have a ton of ramps. I just couldn't find them. And we'll put this guy here. We'll change these to stairs. And then we will grab our door. I hate when that happens. Come on. Perfect. And okay, so we'll set to manual because we don't want anybody just like walking in on us like that. But I want to try, let's see, we can sneak Drax in there. Can we drag body? There it is. Oh no, come here, man. Drag him. It's a little late for Drax, so I figured he probably won't be on for a while, but he'll find this tomorrow if he logs on. Come here, man. We're gonna put you in here. Oh, that doesn't look comfortable. All right, man. You stay put in there. You'll be good. Sorry about the smell. All right, so let me figure out what we're gonna do today, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I have a problem. I took the saddle off of this guy because I found a higher level. This guy was like a 580 prime mantis, and I wanted to take the saddle off and see if that one switched, but now I can't put the saddle back on this guy, and I don't know why. So this one says alpha mantis saddle, right? And so if we come over to his guy, it should say alpha mantis saddle. Looks like the exact same one, but when I try to put this saddle on our prime guy, it doesn't work, and I don't know why. So if we put it over here, it doesn't work. Can't equip it, so I don't get it. Now I'm stuck without a mantis, so I haven't tried relogging yet just because it takes so long, but that may be something that we need to do. But I wanted to take that guy because I want to go try to find some sand and cactus so we can make some adobe stuff, just to kind of see if we have, you know, see how that building material works with everything that we've been doing over here. But I have no idea where that stuff will even spawn. So I guess we'll just kind of go look around a little bit and see, but I don't know. Alright, so let's see. Okay, we can get some from this rock. Get more sand that way. God, you can't get much sand. Oh, that kind of sucks. Get anything from you? Nope. Didn't think so. Alright, well, I guess I just need to try to collect a whole bunch of this. So it looks like the sand and the cactus stuff hasn't been updated for the Stacks Plus or Stacks mod, whatever this is. So you can see each one of these is 100 and each one of these is 100. So that's kind of a bummer, man. So we're not able to collect as much of that stuff as we are like the normal building resources. So I don't know, man. It's gonna limit us like pretty hard. So we'll see how much we can make with all of this stuff, because I remember, if I remember correctly from playing on Scorched Earth, that stuff was actually kind of expensive. Like the adobe stuff, it took a lot of clay per piece. So we'll kind of just take a look and see, but it might be rough. Alright, so that made a grand total of 610 clay. Yeah, that kind of blows, man. I don't think that this is going to last very long. We can go ahead and toss this in here and just try. But let's take a look. So do we have... Yeah, there is S plus for Adobe. But just for a normal... Where's the Adobe wall? I'm not seeing it. This guy right here. Yeah, see, that takes 40 pieces of clay. Oh, no. So, not real sure if that is really worth it, but one thing that I do want to try, let's take just some normal small pillars. Let's craft. Let's go ahead and craft all 15 of these guys. See, each pillar takes 40 pieces of clay. That is insane. We definitely need a better way of collecting all of that stuff. So I'm sure that a dino would help get more, but just the fact that we don't have those to us. But I think that could be a cool building block to use over here. I'm not sure. Maybe we could paint it or something. I don't know. That's a little... It's a little bright, but it's not bad. So I'm kind of thinking if either me or Drax want to build a stable, I feel like this would be a pretty good spot for it since it's right next to a gate. But this may not be... What do we have out there? This is Paracer. That may not be like the best entrance for this place because I think... Is this an island? I feel like this is an island. So... Doesn't really make sense to have a stable, but it just kind of goes too well with the theme of everything that's going on over here. But yeah, so I think we'll kind of hold off on using this area over here. So it's pretty flat and it's pretty open, and you got kind of like this natural. See how the path kind of curves this way? So if this was a stable, it'd be like well trafficked, if that's even a word. So the ground would be kind of compact down a little bit more, but I think we'll leave that open for now, and maybe we'll try building right here, kind of where I had that other platform set up. I wanted to try to do something kind of like what we did last time, trying to stick to a 3x3, but maybe this time we can do a 4x3. Is that too close? I don't know. If we did something like this, then we could do kind of like a shared garden or something right here. And how tall can we actually build up here? Let's see. So that's one. Can we get up there? Oh, I can't use that to really build up. I think we could probably go up 2 or 3 before we start clipping into the tree, which is what I'd like to stay away from. But I think we can do this. Alright, so I know it's a little dark, but I want to try something a little bit different today. I want to mess around with some of these different building materials that we have. We may need to go ahead and make some of the foundations, but I wanted to see, does this work on this? It doesn't. I know that these have a few different textures. And that's kind of got that Adobe look that we were wanting to, but I feel like that one is probably the best bet. So which one was that? That's the Cotswold stone. I'm not sure. We can change the frame texture on it. So they do a couple of different things. So I guess that's like the normal default. And then like that one. That might be kind of fun to use if we can make it work, but I think I'm gonna have to craft up some foundations just so they kind of match, because I was gonna use normal wood ones and I just feel like the texture's a little too different. So let me craft some stuff up throughout the nighttime here, and we'll come back in just a little bit. Maybe it's just me, man, but I don't really care for this too much. I don't know, like if there was like some normal like wood. I'm not seeing any though. Maybe you guys can tell me where to start looking, because I'd like to use more of the modded building stuff, but I don't really know. This is the villager table here, and this is everything that comes in it. So we have, you know, everything that we're gonna need to build houses with this, but at the same time I don't really care for that stone look. I kind of like the wood stuff, but I don't know where that comes from, because I did see, let's see, is there this stuff here, carpentry table. Okay, so that's something different that I don't think I've made yet. Let's try this. Alright, so maybe this is the table that we're looking for if we want to do stuff out of wood. But settler, aha, Now we're on to something. Okay, so let me craft up some of this stuff and we'll see. Okay, so let's take a look. That's a little better. That's more like it. Oh, we can change the color of the wood too. Okay, so I think this is going to work. So we have elm, which is kind of dark with some red in it. Actually, hold on. How do I turn this off? P. There we go. We have English oak, which I guess is like the default. So that's just kind of like a dark colored wood, and the sweet chestnut, which is a little bit more brownish. So I'm kind of liking that. Oh, this is cool, man. Okay, that's what we were wanting. I'm crafting up a whole bunch of other stuff here, and it takes a long time though, which kind of blows. I guess the crafting speed doesn't really affect the stuff that's in this table, so it's going to take a little while to craft all this stuff up. But let me go ahead and get a bunch of this just made up so we can mess around with it. Oh, that's cool. You can like see underneath it, and the textures are different. Like, are they? Hold on. They may not be. Oh, they're not. I thought they were. That would have been really cool if it was like multi-textured stuff, but doesn't look like it is. So I think we can actually make something pretty cool out of this. They've got a bunch of different stuff in here. So one of the things I wanted to check out was the pillars, obviously. But oh, that's cool. They're like they're kind of more like vertical railroad, like railroad ties, if I could talk. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Do they snap to anything? They snap in the center like normal pillars. Okay, so we can deal with that. But one of the things I wanted to see is I wanted to do, oh, I guess I made two of those. I didn't mean to. They have these diagonal door frames, so if we did that like that, and then we had the diagonal roof, well, that's not what I wanted to do. I just kind of wanted to see what it looks like. I'm wondering how you'd get up in here. We have the settler ramp. If it would place, will it snap on the corner there? It won't though. And they don't have a diagonal ramp, I don't think. Let's double check that. But yeah, so some of you guys were saying that there are diagonal pieces to go with like the diagonal corners and different stuff like that, but I'm not seeing a diagonal ramp in here. So there's that ramp. I don't see it. So I thought maybe the diagonal roof would work, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Settler ceiling, settler trap door, triangle left, triangular right. Yeah. So I guess maybe we'll just kind of have to mess around with this a little bit and see what all I can come up with, because the texture on this I think looks really good, and it kind of matches more towards what we have going on here. So the sweet chestnut I think is probably what we'll go with. The elm actually isn't bad either. We may use that one. I like it. Alright, so can you're not placing. Okay. You're supposed to place correctly. Oh, there it was. Okay. So if we do that like that, what's the place to the outside for some reason? I don't know. Like the gables on this, the corner pieces, they are super like slanted. You know, like the ones that we have on the normal houses and stuff like that, it's a much smaller angle. But these are huge, man. So I'm not real sure, but you know what this stuff would make is a really good barn material. I'm not so sure about houses, but I feel like barns would look really good in this texture. So let's see, I made up some normal roofs or ceilings, I guess. They don't have like normal roofs. I didn't see anything. I want something kind of like this texture. Let's pull these down real quick. We'll just see. Let's put in over here like so. God, this is an awful build. It looks pretty ugly right now. I'm hoping we can make it look a little bit better. Maybe we can end up using like a normal vanilla stuff for the roof, but I just kind of want to give this a shot real quick and see. Yeah, see, they don't have anything that's like a flat ceiling or a flat roof, and this one that we had, a stable wooden ceiling that insulates the outside or the inside from the outside and doubles as a floor for higher levels. It's just got those big old spaces in it, and it just doesn't look right. If we come back over here and take a look, I mean, it's just like, why would you put that as a roof if water is just gonna leak in there? You know what I mean? I know we don't have to worry about that, but in my mind it doesn't make sense. So I think we may try to use just some normal vanilla style ARK stuff for a roof and see if we can make that look a little bit more proper. Yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of stumped. We can mix and match, but then, I mean, it doesn't look awful. If we try to change the texture of this, we can do the elm, which is a little bit redder than that, and then if we do the sweet chestnut, it's a lot lighter, but I feel like that would kind of match the thatch roof. Like, it matches that pretty good. Oh, we can change the frame too, that's cool. I forgot about that. So, I mean, that doesn't look bad. I don't know, man. I'm just so confused. And then I guess if we're gonna use like a vanilla roof, then we can't use these guys. The angled stuff we'll actually have to use, you know, kind of the intended pieces. But I guess that's not an awful idea. We just really have to kind of twist our brains here a little bit and see if we can get this to work. Okay, so we're finding some workarounds here, but everything is just a little weird. Okay, so I found that two of these are the, what are these called? Railings? They're the railings from this mod, and you have the diagonal ones and then you have the normal angle ones, right? So two of those stacked on top of each other is just about the same size as a normal vanilla wall. It's a little bit taller, you can see there, but it covers up kind of nicely when you put in the thatch roof. But I was trying to do this little hangover here just to add something else to the outside of the the roof here, because it's kind of plain, man. There's not a whole lot of stuff you can do. Like, you know, if you're using the vanilla stuff like that, you can kind of angle things, you have like different textures and all that kind of stuff, and we do with this stuff as well, but I just haven't quite figured it all out yet. But I've kind of figured a workaround for the pillars here, and it sucks. You can see that it's just off enough, like it's just high enough that when it comes down, these pillars, like if I were to remove this top guy, it just barely doesn't touch. And that just, it doesn't look good to me, so we got to do something like that. But I mean, all in all, that is not that awful either. But we can't place the pillars in the corners unless it's the stone, the S+ stone foundation. So what we got to do is we got to place those guys, and let's get them up here real quick. And then we got to come back in and place down the settler foundations. So it's not a huge deal. It's just kind of a little workaround thing that you got to figure out. But I don't know, it's coming along. We're coming up with something. I just didn't want to you know, leave this mod kind of like untouched, so we got to try to figure something cool out. Okay, so I think what I've decided to do is kind of use some of the settler stuff as accents in this house. Like, I think I'm going to come back in and add the settler foundations and stuff around the outside, and then I'm using the railings. Like, I really like the way this looks with the just the normal vanilla stuff. I think it looks pretty darn cool, but it's a little tricky to do because it's just a little bit taller or shorter than some of the normal vanilla build stuff. So if we come back in, put these guys here, and then let's grab some normal walls. I'll probably, whoops, that's not a wall. There we go, we'll do that like that. And then I guess we'll probably end up putting walls here, like so. Actually, Oh, I don't have any more of those. Let's go grab one more of each because we're going to need to close that in. Doing something a little bit different as far as like where the door is on this build. Where did the other one go? Okay, we already had it. So we've got a door here, and then we're also going to have a door on this side too. So I don't know, I think it'll be okay. Oh, I guess we'll need to grab, yeah, that one can go there. Whoops. And then that one there. I guess we'll need a, no, that was right. Okay, cool, we actually did it. So let's come back in. We'll add the sloped roofs like so. Come across the front, and then we can come across the back. Yeah, so I think this is working okay. I'm hoping that everything else will kind of line up, because I kind of figured that these two of those railings is about just as tall as a normal vanilla wall. It's pretty close. The problem that I was having before is I was trying to do some accents. I've built this house probably like 6 times over by now. I just kind of wanted to not bore you guys too bad, but I was having a problem with using some of the pillars and stuff like that to do accents on the outside because it wasn't quite lining up. But it looks like that is going to work because I was just using one of the settler railings before, but now that's pretty darn close, so I can deal with that. And I'm wondering, we'll have to come back in and figure out which one we want to use. Let's try the elm. And we'll try the sweet chestnut. I think we'll probably end up going with, hold on, let's see. Oh, we can't change the rail on those guys though. So if we did English oak and then the chestnut, what does that look like? That's not that bad. And we could even, let's see, let's pull these guys out, and then do we have any window frames, like normal wooden window frames out here? Doesn't look like we do. So I'm thinking if we go grab some of those, we could maybe just run those up that side like that, and maybe that would help kind of seal the deal a little bit. I don't know. I'm getting so burnt out trying to come up with something because it's just kind of difficult. But see, they're just a little bit too short. Dang it. Dang it. Alright, well, it looks like we'll have to just use these guys here instead, because at least that way it stays closed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to mess around with this. I'll probably go ahead and finish up this build as far as I can take it. And then I'll just come back and show you what we got and wrap up, because I feel like this episode is going on for a really long time. Well, I think we are just about done with this build. Oh god. What? We have dillos in here? That scared the crap out of me, man. Okay, actually we probably don't even need that. Where's my pike? I kinda actually want to see how much damage I do. I've been pumping it up. Ah, come here, man. But yeah, so I think we're about to wrap this whole thing up because it has been way too long that I've been working on this, and I think I finally got something that that I'm fairly happy with. Let's go ahead and gamma it down real quick so you can kind of see a little bit better. But yeah, it's not bad. It's a little different than normal, and I don't really know what this building could be. Maybe it could be like a little hotel or something. It's kind of small on the inside, and it's got some weird little corridors, but it wouldn't be bad. We could just post up a few beds and stuff in here, and then we could respawn here if we ever needed to, that sort of thing. But I think it came out okay. So we've got this weird entrance on this side. I think the last time you guys saw it, it was just kind of flat, and then we had the 2 wide entrance over here, but I ended up going ahead and sticking in a diagonal wall here, all with these railings, and I think that actually looks pretty darn cool. Just kind of adds a little bit of something to the front. And then I've also added in the torches, and then I tried to design some sort of little window here, and I just took out one of the railings and I put in a normal wooden rail, and I think that comes across kind of okay. So right there and right there, and then I had one over here on this side, but I ended up taking that out. But then we got some more ivy, so I'm so glad that I can finally place this stuff, man. I'm so happy about it. Because this stuff right here I think adds a lot to the build. Just kind of like, you know, making it look a little bit different than everything else. So I don't know, I may do a little bit of touch-up work on this just to see what I can do. And if you guys got suggestions, make sure you leave them in a comment down below and let me know. But hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed this build. I know it was a little different, and I'm sorry I couldn't get like just straight the oh, what is that mod called? The villager something. I think it's from Castles and Keeps is what it is. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer we couldn't just do something with that. We may take another crack at it like sooner or later to see if we can do something fun with it. But I do like the railings as kind of accent pieces, so I'll probably end up using that a little bit more later on in the future. So we'll just kind of have to see and figure it out as we go. And I also had to put in ceilings right here because the way this worked out is there was a big hole right there. I didn't like that, so took that out and just put in ceilings. And then we could either put another wall up there, or we could put like a box or something like that just to have some storage hidden inside here. But all in all, I am fairly happy with this build. Do I have any stone pillars over here? Hold on. Hold please. I don't. Do we have enough to make one? Pillar? Stone pillar? No, not even close. I was gonna make this pillar right here one taller, but not really worth it. And then I also added in the corner piece here, but then there's no railing to do. Like, you can use this railing, this guy right here, but then it just looks funk. So I took it out and I put a big bush in the way, and I think it looks okay. So anyways, dudes, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Sorry I didn't show too much of this on camera. It was kind of frustrating, to be honest, but I think we came out with something that looks nice, and we'll kind of go from there. But anyways, I will see you guys soon. Alright, thank you guys so much for all the continued support. I really do appreciate it, and thank you guys for coming to hang out with me today, and I will see you guys next time, tomorrow-ish, maybe, if I have time. I've been trying to do daily videos, but we'll see how long I can keep that up. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Peace.